This is Nic Baisley from FilmSnobbery.com. I'm here at the Palm Springs Shorts Festival. And who am I here with tonight?
My name's Erin Galey.
And what are you here with?
My film's called Brave Girl.
Brave Girl, what is Brave Girl about?
Brave Girl is about a young 13-year-old girl who leaves her Himalayan mountain village in Nepal with a friend who they go down, or he's promised her a job in the city, and they end up going across the border to India where she's going to be currency in a devil's bargain.
दिदीलाई एक्लै गाह्रो पर्छ के त्यही भएर मलाई एकजना स्याहार गर्ने मान्छे चाहियो साक्षी आमा भूमिकाको
यो हल्दिरहेछ हामी भएर जान्ला हो
तिमी चिन्ता नगर न नेपालको सिमाना भन्दा अलि पर त हो नि
How in the world did you come up with this story?
Well, I went to school in Singapore at Tisch Asia, and I'm an avid whitewater kayaker. And there's not very much whitewater kayaking in Singapore per se, so I would go to Nepal from time to time to go kayaking. And when I was over there, I would just encounter women well, there was one woman in particular. She was a Swedish woman. Her name's Inka, and she was teaching Nepali women how to kayak as a way to help the women of Nepal and all that. And then she told me, I was very fascinated by all of that. And then, I said, well, what are you trying to like save these women from? And she told me she was trying to, help them from like the gender inequality stuff that was going on there, and a lot of girls were disappearing from villages and trafficking, and I just it kind of hooked me in, and I just found the story out about the whole thing. So
I've always wanted to try whitewater kayak rafting or anything outdoors to begin with, so that's fascinating. Did you feel that the story would be different if it wasn't set in Nepal, but say whitewater kayak rafting in Brazil or something like that? Would it be a completely different story? I mean, would it still have that cultural kind of thing that is, kind of very important and integral to the story?
Yeah, it would be a very different story because the film is about specific elements of the culture of Nepal, and it's all in Nepali and Hindi in the local language. So, I mean, if I had to go shoot it in Brazil, I don't know, I guess it would be different. Maybe it would be about soccer and, I don't know, Brazilian food, and who knows, yeah.
What are some of the challenges yourself? You're obviously very American in another country. Was there language barriers that you had to overcome while you're directing the people you're working with, or challenges working with the local government or the local people that, may not take too kindly to people filming in their town or area?
Yeah, definitely. Well, most of my actors and crew spoke pretty good English, and I don't know if you've ever traveled to another country where you don't speak the language. There's a lot of sort of charades that goes on, and I find that if you really need something, you can do it in charades, and it's pretty hilarious, and it also helps you break that initial barrier between the other person, even though you don't have the language. I find if I kind of joke around and make a fool out of myself, then most people find me endearing or something, and I can communicate with them better somehow. But for the film, we had a local producer who took care of all the paperwork in Nepal, and because it was all in Nepali, which is in, the Hindi script. It's like a version of Hindi script, and so I can't read any of that. So I pretty much had to trust him completely that everything was getting taken care of, and it did. I mean, it did get taken care of. I'm sure there was a lot of greasing palms and stuff going on that I had no idea about. But I also had a translator on set. He's studied a lot in America, and he's fluent in Hindi and Nepali and English. So, if the actors, they speak English too, but if there was something they weren't quite understanding, he would help me explain it. And that's also tough because then you're like, well, is he explaining it the way that I would want to direct this actor, or is he explaining what he thinks I mean? And so it's.
I just picture it as you going to him. All right, so here's the thing. I want to do a 2-shot, and I want to kind of have it done this way. And then, relay that over to him. He goes, if you do well, you get nachos. That's it. You do good, and you get
It's like Lost in Translation.
Yeah.
Like the long version where they're talking like a million things, and then when they say it to you in English, it's like, what does he say? What is it for the Suntory commercial?
Oh, it was like this whole long thing. And it's just like a very simple, it's just this.
Yeah, he's like, more energy. And he's like, that's it? And they talk for like 20 minutes. It's really funny.
So, and now you're back here. You've entered into the Palm Springs Shorts Festival. How's your experience been so far?
I love this festival. It is a true filmmakers festival. I feel very welcome here. I feel like I haven't been to a festival yet where it's super curated like this with different programs that have themes to them. And I just feel very welcomed by the festival. I feel like it's super organized and really easy to get around to everything. And the parties are great. I've had a great time at them. And everybody's just like a nice buzz here. There's a nice feeling amongst the filmmakers. I have a ton of friends here, and we're all staying in a house together, and it just feels good. I like it.
That's why I want to film the real world house with all independent filmmakers, specifically the ones that are going to that school, because they're all different culturally. It's fantastic. And what about your next? Where's your next stop after this?
Sure. I just relocated to Portland. Well, White Salmon, Washington, but it's about an hour east of Portland. And I started a production company called In the Flicker, doing short form. Branded content, commercials, music videos, stuff like that, because Lord knows my short film is not making any money.
It's indie film. Welcome to it.
Yeah, right. And I'm developing the feature version of this. I don't think I'll be able to get back to the script until September, but people are interested. Everybody keeps asking me, when are you going to make the feature version and all this stuff, and I'm really excited to get that going. And
that's great, though, and it's also great that you were able to find other work that will supplement what you do, but still within the industry of what you do. I mean, you'll be able to maintain contacts that you have and make other stuff, and occasionally be creative outside of the branded content scene. Believe me, I know how it is. That's great. I mean, and are you traveling? And where's the next stop on the festival circuit for this film?
We're going to Marfa Film Festival next, and then
Where's that?
That's in Marfa, Texas, which is a very special little town about 8 hours west of Austin. Yeah.
And they have to compete with Austin. I mean, that must be a special town to be able to have the cojones to be like, we're just going to do our own festival. Screw South by Southwest and screw your Austin Film Festival. We're going to have another one.
Yeah, definitely. So I think we're in Marfa, and then we just got into Holly Shorts.
Oh, I'll see you there.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I should be back for that. And New Hope Film Festival in Pennsylvania and Breckenridge Film Festival we got into.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. And I want to say, thank you for coming and talking with us. It's really interesting. Would you make another movie overseas again? I mean, you want to make the feature, obviously, like you said, but are you looking forward to going back overseas to make another movie?
Yes and no. I love traveling. I absolutely love it, but it's really difficult. I came back to LA and I was like, you can just go somewhere and they have C-stands and I don't have to, I can just ask and somebody will set up a light. Like, oh my God. So it's like, I want to shoot stuff over there, but it's hard. I lost like 15 pounds and probably sprouted like, 20 new gray hairs on that production, but it's worth it because I love being over there. I love the culture. I love storytelling, and I think I would only go back over there if I had enough money to, if there was like a producer behind it who could make it the worthwhile kind of production that deserves to be, and the story that deserves to be told. So.
Fantastic. I mean, I really, again, I look forward to seeing the film. Haven't had a chance to see it yet, but looking forward to it. Looking forward to running into you more on the festival circuit, and maybe getting a follow-up to find out where are you now in terms of, like, you know, are you going to be beaten down by the festival circuit by that point at Holly Shorts, where you're just like, they're taking it all out of me. Somehow you sound like an 80-year-old, like, ex-smoker, like, I don't know what happened in my life. But no, it'll be great, and congratulations on the success of getting into these festivals. It's not easy. There's lots of festivals out there, but you know, it sounds like you're doing well, and thank you for taking a moment to talk with us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely.